Hi guys, Terry here. It is a beautiful, beautiful day in Columbus, Ohio. The sun is shining, the air is crisp. I'm getting ready to put out the fall decorations. It's just beautiful outside. Some of you know that we recently put down our puppy dog Ginger, and I'm just to the point where I can talk about it without losing it. And one of the things I wanted to show you was I have saved, every time we got her groomed, I saved her, they would always put like a little handkerchief on her. So I saved those, and I am going to make a quilt out of those that were used on Ginger. Look, there's even ginger hair on them. So that's going to be one of my upcoming projects. I think it'll be cute. It'll be a very colorful quilt. But I have kept her handkerchiefs in this little mug, and I look forward to making that. But I wanted to talk to you today. I had a viewer ask if I had put together my album in a day, my travel book. So I wanted to show you guys that. So Mommy Lisa 101, thank you for the question. And I will take you through the travel book. If you guys recall, this is an album. This is a Creative Memories album. And I had bought the pack travel log. What I'm showing you is still available with Creative Memories. I don't sell it. I just buy. But they still have this travel log, the album, and the page refills. I think I might buy another set of the page refills. You get 16 pages of printed paper, 16 pages, that's front and back, so you can make 32 pages out of it in the book. And the book will hold, they say that it'll hold 3 packs. I find that 2 packs is heavy enough to manage. But they've got all the little embellishments, little pockets, all the little decorations, and then I'll show you how I decorated the pages. And then I'll just say one more thing. I took the class from, what is her site? Her site it's Lauren Hinds, and she's a Creative Memories associate, and she has put together this power blocks, and I'll explain those as I'm working on the albums. But her website is called craftssomejoy.com. So go to craftssomejoy.com and you will see her Power Blocks class. So signed up in the springtime to take the class, and it was fabulous. There was 5 or 6 weeks where she gave us homework each week. And then at the end of those weeks, we got together online, and it was so much fun. She had everybody introduce themselves, and then we learned a lot about how to cut 12 by 12 paper to make quickly into your layouts. So the first thing she had us do was walk through and kind of decide what kind of album we wanted to do. For me, it was travel. So she gave us this wonderful grid layout, and when you take the class, you get a PDF that has all of her information. And I was able to plan out what I wanted to have in my pages. So you can imagine for any scrapbook, any theme, this would work, where you're trying to plan out either maybe for a kid's graduation, you're trying to plan out the years, or maybe it was sports activities they did, or music stuff, or things you just don't want to forget to include in your album. So what I did was we have a timeshare, and we have been going on trips each year. So I wanted to do that in the book. So that was my plan. And then she gives you these things called power blocks, and she has figured out a mathematical way to, and I don't want to show it because it is, her trademark. It's her intellectual property. So I want you to take the class, but I highly recommend it. But she gives ideas on how to cut your pattern paper so that you can quickly get your pictures into the album. So here is my travel book. So what I did was I started with the Fab page layouts that come in the kit, and those have there, I had to pull this out. They have pre-printed pages. So really, you could pop your pictures on those pages without even using the power blocks. But I wanted to try the power blocks, and you can do the power blocks without having pre-printed paper. You could just do it on your normal plain 12 by 12 solid background, and then you're using her way to cut the papers to make, decorate the page so that you can add something to your photos. So I wanted to try the class, and like I said, I do highly recommend it. But let me show you how all of this came together. One of the things that I also discovered when we were doing the class from one of her associates, her name is Carrie, she really gave some tips on using your cutting machines to cut wonderful titles. So I Googled travel inspiration sayings, and I found beautiful paths cannot be discovered without getting lost. And then Carrie's recommendation is to use a couple different fonts when you're making those titles for your pages. So I thought this was really cute. All I did, this page was the printed page, and I cut out my title, and it had this postage stamp on this page. So it was perfect for putting my 4x6 photo on there. So really, all I did was cut out the title and then put my photo on there. So that was a nice, quick title page. And then I think the other thing that I love is I always struggle with what to do with all the goodies from the trip. You know, you've got you used to have plane tickets, but maps and brochures from the things that you went to do. Maybe you have the key to your room. So I love these pockets for putting together a spot for me to have my that ephemera from your trip, all those things that you save. So I love the pockets. You can see that the page has pre-printed stuff on it. And then what I like to do is organize my photos into sections of the trip. So we went and saw the ocean, we went to the zoo, this is where we stayed, and then this is something we did downtown. And then of course I've got the title on here. This is just, I could have cut this on my cutting machine, but this is some old letter stickers that I have. So I got those out of my stash. So, and you can see these photos here I offset by putting on a solid color there, just to make that pop. So the pictures are grouped and kind of tell the story. And then I'm trying to get better at journaling too, including information about the trip so that we don't forget. So this is another trip. Again, used some letters out of my stash. Matted the photos on both sides there, made it a little bit symmetrical. This was another embellishment that came in that travel pack. So, and that travel pack is still available with Creative Memories, but it is going fast. I think it says last chance, so probably when they do their next catalog, the travel stuff won't be available. So I think I'm going to, stock up on some of it. So I'll show you that it had some pockets. And there was little cards. You can cut these apart. You can journal on them. You can layer them. Let's go places. And I think what I like too is they have them both horizontal and vertical so that they kind of work on your pages. So, love the cards. This is another, you can see the printed page. So it had this on here. And then I was able to add my strips. I picked coordinating colors that went with the colors that were in the kit, which was kind of the rust colors, the greens, the grays. So that was another trip. Again, trying to journal. When I'm on a trip now, I'm doing a better job of writing down what we did every day. I use Evernote to make a note every day of what we do. And then this is a case here where I just printed it on vellum to have, information about the trip that we did. So, again, the embellishments with this travel pack are really cute. And again, this green, the stripes here, that was all on the background. This is more ephemera that came with it. So this was another one. Here I slipped the brochure down. I can pull it out here to take a look at it. So I glued the pictures down here and then left them open so that I can put them in and out of the pocket there. So just like I said, trying to do a better job of journaling. This is one of those 4x6 cards that came in the kit. Here's another pocket that I used. Sometimes I slide it behind, sometimes I have a pocket for it. I did the journaling on top of the pocket, so that saves some space. So you can see with the printed pages, it kind of helped me decide where I was putting my photos. Here's another big pocket and the room key. Here's another one that I love. I don't know if you can see with the glare, but I wrote across the bottom. That was my journaling because those lines were on the printed page. And then I simply added this strip, and then a strip down the side. Lauren's class was so informative. Here's another one where I tucked the brochures and tickets back behind here. But her class just was so inspirational. We did a little bit of homework each week, and then on that last day, we put the book together. So we worked probably about 10 hours online together, watching Lauren do hers, and we were all working on ours. And it worked out good. I think I finished a little bit of mine the next day. But in a weekend, I put this album together. And she just had such good ideas. Here's one where I labeled each photo what we did. And it's a summary of, you go on a trip and you take 300 pictures. So it really is hard to summarize your trip in just a little bit of photos. But I tried to pull out the best ones. I'm getting better at us taking pictures of ourselves so that we're in the picture and kind of show what we did. Here's where I put the brochures in this one. So that's the pages that I have done. And our next trip is going to be a train trip. So we leave, let's see, we leave we leave on the 20th. So I can't wait to, I'm going to videotape along the trip. We're taking an Amtrak train. We're going to go on this southern route. So we're in Columbus, Ohio. We're going to take a bus up to Toledo and catch the train to Chicago. And then we go on this southern route. And then we spend a week at a resort. And then we go up the coast of California to Emeryville. And somewhere out here we're going to do Disney World in Anaheim. Spend the weekend in Anaheim and do Disney World. And then we're going to get on the train and we're going to go to Denver and stay at a resort in Denver. And then we are flying back to Columbus. So the whole trip is going to be about 3 weeks long. We've never been away from home that long. And yeah, we can't wait. So I'm going to do videotapes along the way and little clips. And then when I get back, I will add more to my album. Here I'll show you some of the plain layouts, the pre-printed pages. So you can see, you could group your photos on the pages, and then I just suggest Lauren's class because it just helps you all the more just decorate your pages. It was just such a good, here's what that front page looked like. So I just put my photo in the middle of it. You could have left this, or you could put your title here and put little pictures around the outside. So, but yeah, that's what the pages look like before the pictures. So really cute. So love the printed paper, and I love her class because you don't have to use the printed paper for it. So I hope it gives you some ideas. Like I said, the album could be any theme that you desire, and I will have links on my website to both the Creative Memories site and also Lauren's information for that class. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this gives you some inspiration for your next scrapbook album, and I will talk to you later.